XylaTakura here. Sorry, I'm just enjoying the beautiful piano music. It's really, really soothing. It's lovely. But I have a feeling it's probably for other reasons as well as being soothing, bad things are going to happen. Anyway, hello. As I've said, XylaTakura here. Hope you're all okay and well. Today we're going to have a look at a game I saw ages ago when it actually came out, but I didn't kind of look into or anything because I was kind of hoping I'd get the opportunity to play this game, and I now am. So I know I'm super duper duper late with it, but I fancy doing something a little different for the Friday stream because I noticed it's just been Danganronpa Monopoly, Danganronpa Monopoly, Danganronpa Monopoly. So I thought it'd be nice for us to do something a little bit different together. So without further ado, let's begin before I get swept into the beautiful piano music again. No idea what to expect. No idea whatsoever. No clue. So completely blind. Excited. I'm at an old computer. You are logged in, I'm guessing authorized guest. Enter query to access archived footage. Where am I? Logic database. Cornerstone. Okay. Search terms murder. Okay, that's a good start. Can I move? Oh, okay, I can move this then. What's this say? Southeast Constabulary. Is it constabulary? I don't know. My tongue has decided to die. Time. Why is the clock a thing? Okay. It is the 16th of the... How did you know? I was thinking it would put me in a different time period, but apparently it doesn't. Okay, thanks for telling me the exact time. Thanks. DB checker. Really? Read me. Read me. Okay, what does this say? Introduction to the logic database. We're going to need to read this, I think. Computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. The logic database is one of the many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more efficiently. In the coming years, the computer will continue to be most valuable item. The most valuable item in your crime fighting toolkit is what it should say. This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. It has been automatically sorted using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed and the content of the testimony is attached to each clip. To retrieve a clip, type in a word, e.g. robbery, into the search field. Click search and the database will return all clips in which the speaker uses that word. To narrow a search, use multiple words, robbery supermarket, if you are working from a printed transcript. You can be even more precise, use inverted commas to search for an exact match against the entire statement, e.g. oh, yes, I was there. Okay, I will make a note of that. To store a clip for later reference, click Add to Session. Also, if you wish to add additional tags of your own to help future searches, please click in the user tag box and type in your desired tags. For any further assistance, please contact your department's information technology representative. I don't think I'll be able to use that, but okay. Okay, what's the really readme? Hey, here's the database. I filed a freedom of information form to get you guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in 1999 and then the Y2K thing hit and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in 97, but figured this would be enough. Take your time. Okay, well, the first word it's given me, there's nothing else for me to look on the screen, is there? No, this is the DBS checker that we're in now. Okay, so the first thing, I like the flare. The flare's cool. Oh wait, is that a person? Oh my god, it's a person. That I'm not gonna lie, that's a tad creepy. Am I a dude? I'm guessing I'm a dude. Or that's okay. That's a tad creepy. Let's ignore that and carry on. So search terms. Murder's the first one. Let's search the database. Okay, we've got 4 things to read or watch, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's. Can we watch it? This is 11 seconds. User tags blank. Can we watch it?
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Okay. Wait, does it say the dates? What date was this one? This one was the 27th of the 6th, 1994. Okay. I have a feeling I'm going to need to write stuff down. Can I? Oh, I can add stuff to this. Okay. Let me write some stuff down. So, shocked by the term. You're going to hear double typey because my keyboard's noisy too. Shocked by the term murder. Wants to assist in investigation. Sounds posh now, but I'm gonna break down later, I think. Okay. Okay, so I've left that there. That's probably not what I'm supposed to put in user tags. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to put there, but I'll leave that there for now, just to help me out. What's this one?
Yeah, that's me. But February, and that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Oh, can't spell. Identifies. That's not how you spell identify. That's probably not how you spell identify. I have this thing where if I write a word down and it looks right, and it's right, it doesn't look right though. My brain just thinks it's wrong. But when I check it, I've spelt it right, but it still doesn't look right. That's probably wrong, but I'm just going to carry on. Self in a photo. This is probably completely wrong to what I'm supposed to be doing, but as I say, I'm running with this now. This is where the blonde comes in, okay? Identify self in photo. Unless I... Actually, let's go back. February was mentioned. February. Simon's murder. Who is Simon? Who is Simon? Okay, let's just put shocked. Willing to help. Okay. I'm not even sure who you are yet. Who are you? What's this? 3rd of the 7th. Is this all in the same month? Yeah, that's the 1st. Oh, no. So this is the end of June. Start of July. This is 2 days later from the first one.
I didn't murder Simon. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
Okay. Not guilty of Simon's murder. Okay, and then is this the same day? This is half an hour, just over half an hour later, same day.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other, just that. Stories.
Okay. Wants lawyer I'm still not quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. Hi, Ram. Hello. I'm gonna call you Joe if there's a... Can I call you Joe? Because my tongue today is broken. I can't pronounce anything. I couldn't pronounce constabulary. I can't even pronounce it now. Yeah, I've literally just started. Yeah. How are you both? Welcome to the stream. Thank you. I appreciate the fact that I can call you Joe because it's just not working. If anyone knows how to help me pronounce constabulary, it would be great. I'm good, thank you, Ram. I'm good. I'm sure I will. I have no idea what's going on. I'm probably doing everything wrong, so you're along for quite a heck of a ride, guys. Okay, so how about I put in, because she mentioned stories. I'm going to, can I move these clips over? Add to session. I'm going to add all these to session for now. I don't know what that means. I'm not quite sure what's actually kind of going on here. Okay, and then let's try stories. Ooh, okay. So we've got a couple clips here. This one is June. So the first one of this one, but she's got a hair up. Okay. What's going on here then? This one's only 7 seconds.
Okay. Sounds weird. I'm not great at making up stories.
I'm not great at making up stories. Making up stories? Can't spell. This one is this the same? This is literally just a few minutes later. Yeah, well, I think not a lot of people quite got this game when it came out anyway from some of the stuff I saw. The only thing I did with this game was go on to YouTube and just see how long it took to complete the full game, because I'd like to play the whole thing if I can in one sitting. So, but obviously there was ones that just like, this is what you missed from the game, and I was like, great, it's going to be really confusing. Right, anyway, 16 minutes. So this is a few minutes later after the first one we just saw.
Yes, I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories.
Okay. What? How does that? Well, that clearly doesn't tie into anything. I'm gonna leave notes though, so I remember what it's all about. Hearing about childhood. Right, when's this one? Because this one's still in June. This one is in July on the 3rd, which coincides with the ones down here. Yeah, it's... from what I learned from the introduction readme one is that I've got to find the right things to mention, which is why I'm trying to, in the user tags, just do a quick summary of what happens in it. So, ugh. Yeah, this woman is being in the white t-shirt scenes. She's in the two that I've got down here. She was told that she was, you know, in trouble for the murder, and she's like, I've not done it. I want to see my lawyer. You've got no proof. So obviously there's got to be something that I can find. Maybe proof might be a good one as well to search for. I'll bear that in mind after I've done these. So this is at the same time. Let's watch.
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
Even before I knew the truth. Fairy tales knew the truth. Okay.
No. It was just me and her. It was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
That was a really weird one. The lights are flickering. That's a bit disconcerting. It's like, it's obviously immersive because it's like you are looking at the screen, but it's just a bit weird. I don't even know what to take from that. Something to do with just me and her, I guess, is something. So she's trying to say there was nobody else there. Has difficulty remembering stuff, I guess. Bad memory. Oh god, that's how bad my spelling is today, guys. Firstborn child. Ugh, it's just, I'm not quite sure where that one fits in. When is that even done time-wise? That's half an hour before she wants to see a lawyer, and just after they say, I assume they would say that she was guilty, and she's like, I'm not guilty, I didn't murder Simon. So that's quite odd. Then this is 3 minutes later. This is a minute. Okay.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
Wow, brutal. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. That's a good point, Ram. And the timestamps are something to take into consideration. Yeah, I'm thinking that's got to be something important, like the times where she comes in, and obviously the differences between how she acts between each clip. Delusional, she could very well be. If you want to murder a moth with Arabian Nights, you got to be delusional. So this is to do with this dollhouse. Freaking huge. It sounds huge. Murdered a moth because she's mean. Okay, that's all of the scenes for that. Now, when I put them into the add to session, can I remove them? Because I'm assuming if I put them into the session, that means that they are vital information. So I just want to try and establish that if I change my mind about a clip, can I then remove it? Can I take it out? Just before I go further than this, so I know what's going to be important and what isn't going to be important. Because I don't want to just start piling all of these scenes in and then it's they're all kind of, it's just like, hey, you did it wrong because you did it. And I'm like, yeah, but I didn't know that because you didn't tell me, game. I know it's not a hold your hand game, but... Right, okay, what did we get? I'm trying to remember what I just said now a second ago. Okay, so I need to write these down, and I don't have a piece of paper. I'm going to use my phone, because future. So we need to take a note of the ones I've just mentioned so I don't forget. So, truths, because she said truths. Simon is mentioned. Maybe I can find something to do with Simon. Take all the notes I can. Will do. So truth, Simon. These are basically tags I want to look into. And then anything I think might be important, I'm just going to make a note of it here. Truth, Simon. I guess I could put the dollhouse down. Didn't she mention someone in one of the clips? Was it this one? She talks about... Who was it? She mentioned someone called Felicity. Was it Felicity? I can't remember her name now. I'm just wondering if, like, searching up her name. Yeah, I was thinking like Felicity Florence, something beginning with F, and I can't remember. It wasn't. Ah, winky face. Goddamn emojis. No. I can't remember which clip it was now. It wasn't that one. That one's the one we've just watched. This one was 38 seconds. Ah. Me and her. Maybe it was this one.
It was just me and her.
Florence sounds better.
Eve was the name they were going to call their first child.
Eve.
They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember.
Yeah, take all the notes.
When I was a child. Maybe I misread.
Okay, I don't need to talk to you anymore, woman. Okay, so we've got, so far on my notes, we've got Truths, Simon, Dollhouse, Eve, and Florence so far. So let's also make a note of what we've actually done as well. So we've put down stories and we've done murder so far too. So just so I know the what I've spoken about already and what isn't. So Florence is Simon's partner. Yeah, possibly, because I don't know, the way she was in the first clip. Obviously, she was just like, "Oh God, I'll help any way I can," which is in the first clip. So, also, is there access limited to 5 entries? Eight entries. Hang on a minute. 8 entries found. Access limited to first 5 entries. How do I get the other 3 entries? Timestamp? Oh no, that's my history. Okay. What's in settings? Video subtitles. Well, I'm going to keep the subtitles on for you guys because it is a bit like muffly. How do I get access to the other 3 entries then? I need to elaborate, don't I? I need to elaborate. Okay. I'm going to make a note next to stories that I've seen 5 of 8. You need to combine search tags to get the other entries, yeah. So, I've forgotten. Is it just a comma? You just put comma and then, as an example, 1 entry found. Is this the one I've just seen? Yeah, that's the one I've just seen. Let's try Dollhouse then. Dollhouse freaking huge. Hearing about childhood, okay. Eve. Oh, okay, that just mentions Eve again. I'm just going through all of these, just adding to it. Okay. I appreciate the hints. No entries found for that. Okay. Oh, I found another 2. Childhood. Okay. Right, when... Wait, hang on a minute. Let's have a look. When's this one? I'm worried about this clip stored under session now, because I'm worried I've done it wrong. Okay, when was this one done? This one was done on the 18th of June. So this is the earliest one I found so far.
Childhood sweethearts. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
Childhood sweethearts, eh? Making a note of that. Beautiful. Sweethearts. With who? Ooh, spooky. Okay. And then this one. So this one is taken on the same day. This is between... So this is half an hour, again, after that one from before. Okay. Just after the other scene we saw, though?
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull our Hannah's to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. And she always went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snapped a frozen piece up for me from the kitchen. Well, so much of our bodies was synchronised anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
Identical twins? Gotta be identical twins. To be that kind of... I don't know, my brain just thought identical twins. And also, what the fuck? Oh yeah, so I slept with this guy and then his girlfriend punched her instead of me. And then she had to punch me in the face. And I'm like, what? Why? Why? So Hannah is clearly either her sister or twin. I'm still kind of in kind of like the thing about the twin, because they seem to be yeah, it just seems too weird, Ram. I agree, it just seems too weird. Well, why indeed? God damn it, Joe. If you mistake one for the other, it must be identical. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So let me put that down next to it. Identical twins. That might be something to look into. I know identical twins. There's nothing to say that whoever's in front of us couldn't be the other twin. There's no way of knowing. Oh, well, actually, the only way of knowing is fingerprints, because my mum is an identical twin. And the only way of telling identical twins apart is just fingerprints, because blood type and everything's exactly the same. It's just your fingerprints. However, if they were smart enough to... It doesn't matter now. Yeah, that's true, Ram. But the only way to check is fingerprints. So unless they were super smart and wore gloves when they murdered Simon, yeah, there'll be no way for you to tell the difference. Okay, so which one did we put down? So that. So we've done childhood. Okay. So let's put childhood in the list that we've completed so I don't have to put it again. Okay, childhood. Sweetheart. I can't spell. Anything else? Just that one. Okay. Okay, let's try truth. Oh, thank you, Joe, for following. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's not coming up on my screen, but it's over here in the corner. You guys are over here, hence why I'm looking this way. But thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. Okay, let's try truths. Okay, just that one. It's just nothing else. Nothing else. Just that one. Okay. That was a complete waste of time. I will delete that from here and put it down here. I'm sorry to be kind of like looking down while I do this, but I'd write it on a piece of paper, but... Oh, good. Thank you. Normally with puzzle games, I kind of just... my brain explodes. So I'm trying to be... maybe because it's more video based. I don't know, I'm quite good at people watching, I guess, and the experience with the identical twins kind of just set me off. So the dollhouse is pointless too, so I need to move that down to this list because I just have done dollhouse, haven't I? Did I do dollhouse? No, I didn't do dollhouse. I will do dollhouse now. It's probably going to give me the same response as before. No! Holy cow! Okay, there's another 3. Right, when's this? This is the 25th of the 6th. Okay. So this is near the start where she's called in... oh, that's the 1st of June. That's the 27th of the 6th. So this is 2 days before that. Okay. Okay, let's watch.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, the dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Now, so she's inherited her family's house, moves in, oh God, I'm not doing this right. Moves in with Simon, so she's clearly going out with Simon, or either he's her fiance or they're married. Simon. Now, she mentioned the pregnancy. Did she have a miscarriage? Because that's what from the way she said it, just seems like it didn't go well. Either she had a miscarriage or it was a stillborn. I might be looking too much into this, but I'll put it down anyway. Oh my God, I can't spell. Those words might be worth searching for. I'm going to. Although, as you can clearly see, I can't spell miscarriage today. My phone shall fix it. Okay. It's 2 R's, and then the I is after the A. Right? No. The I is before the A. Why did I think it was the other way around? G-E. Miscarriage? So, pregnancy, miscarriage. She's definitely involved with Simon. In some way, shape, or form, she's involved with Simon. Okay, right. They're noted. They're noted. That's an important one. So, this is half an hour. Oh, that's hearing about childhood. Okay. When's this one? This one's 11:36. So, 10 minutes after this one. Okay.
She recognised me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
What was that? No, you can't do that. No, 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 no. I didn't sign up for the creepy reflection shit, okay? No, 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 no. Okay, right. Whew, breathe. You know, just no. Just no. I'm already thinking I am actually someone trying to get rid of evidence, okay? Because that's what my brain just thought. My brain just thought, hang on, I just saw that and I was just like, okay, that's creepy. And I thought, hang on a minute. Why would... okay. I am clearly someone who shouldn't be doing this. So... hid me in the attic. Oh god, I put a C in attic at the front. Catic. Hid me in the attic. No one goes up there. So somewhere easy to hide. But she mentioned Hannah. Hannah goes up there to play. So is Florence the twin or is Hannah the twin? Because she says she's just mentioned that Hannah goes up into the uses the plays with the dollhouse, but apart from that, no one goes up there. So is Florence the twin or is Hannah the twin? Oh, why is it so hard? I'm gonna have to put who hid her. There's not a lot of way of knowing at this point in time. For now, could be an important piece of information though. Right, this one is just before 12. Oh, Jojo. Okay, let's watch this one.
The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Hannah moved back in with Simon. Am I interviewing both of them? Am I looking at footage of both of them, not just one person? Because the way she worded that, it just seemed a bit odd. I could be just blowing things out of proportion again, but... So, Hannah moved back in with Simon. Hannah moved back in with Simon. So, who's this? That's just... oh, that's throwing me off. That's throwing me off course now. So, Hannah is one of the twins who moved back in with Simon. So, who are you, love? Who are you? And... I don't know. I'm probably throwing things out of proportion again. Okay, right. Right, what else have I got on my list that I haven't gone through? So I haven't even searched Simon up yet. So let's pop Simon's name in and see what we get. Right, we have 61 entries. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. We're gonna be here a while. Okay. Right. God, I mean, I'm gonna go through all these entries and then I'm gonna be like, my brain will just fry. I won't know how like what I'm gonna do as regards to what clips are gonna be stored under session, because I don't know what that means. But anyway, right, let's go through Simon, and I'm probably gonna have to put a lot of different words with Mr. Simon. So this one is in June. Okay. Okay, let's go.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work, mirror making, feature windows, artistic things, really beautiful things.
Where does he work? Where did you say he worked?
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass.
Ernst
windows,
Brothers
all kinds of
Glass.
Simon does the more special work, mirror making, feature windows, artistic things, really beautiful things.
Okay. Might not be important, but I'll make a note of it anyway. Simon Smith works at Ernst Brothers. Oh God. I apologise for my appalling spelling. And it's one of the early entries. Yeah, it is one of the early entries. Hey, Joe, don't even worry about your bad spelling, because trust me, as you can clearly see, mine's not on par today. Don't worry about it. Make stained glass. Yeah, don't worry about it. Join the club. Okay, so it makes mirrors and stuff from what we've seen. Right, when's this? This is like a minute later. This is around a minute later. Okay.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
Simon's description. I feel like this I could be wrong. These don't feel vastly, well, this one doesn't feel vastly important because we didn't get to see a photo, so, but I'm getting a different attitude from earlier footage of this woman to later footage of this woman. Probably swings and roundabouts, brain going overboard again, but okay, when was this? This is what, 2 minutes later? Okay, nearly 3 minutes later.
It's the Rockington Arms, the Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Who's Peter? Okay. I've made a note of Rockington Arms because I imagine that will be important at some point. I've put down the name Peter as well. Simon goes to Rockington Arms pub. Not all I needed to get the picture though. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking. I can't believe I only have to choose 5 and there's 61 with Simon. I'm hoping there's only 61 image stuff to look through rather than like 100 or something. Simon goes to Rockington Arms pub. Peter. With Peter? I'm guessing Peter's a friend of his. She mentioned the owners of the pub as well, but I'm not sure if they're vastly important. Right, so this is 1920. This is 5 minutes later.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games, you know, Climb the Tower, Save the Princess, that kind of thing.
So they're still talking about pub. Arcade machine. Oh my god! This spelling today. At the pub? I'm guessing? And when's this? So that's 1925. This is just under a minute later.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
This makes it sound like Simon's missing. Like she's just said he doesn't go off and do crazy things. He must have been involved in some kind of accident. I'll just stroke my imaginary beard. Okay. So he's not the type to go off and do, not a crazy person. Very important, not a crazy person. So Simon is missing in June. Okay. Okay, let's add some stuff to this. The joys of a non-linear game. Timestamps! Yes, yes, yes. I hate. I say I hate it. I don't hate it. It's kind of like an enjoyable annoyance. It's kind of like, but I'm still enjoying this. I'm still having fun, but I hate it. Okay. Let's try Simon missing. Okay. Peter? No, that's just her mentioning Peter again. Okay. Bring my keyboard a bit closer. Nope. Same entry again. Okay. Simon and Hannah. Right, what's this? This is 3 days after the last video we just saw.
What are you doing talking about you?
If you're telling me that freaking tapping has got something to do with this. When she was doing it, I was like, she's impatient. And then when she changed it and it got, I was like, excuse me, what the frick's going on here? Do I have to count how many times she did that? Or is it a code? Or, because if it's Morse code, Morse code and me are not friends. That was so. What were you doing talking about Eve? Poor Simon. Strange tapping. It's gotta be. Maybe Google that one after you finish the game. Okay. Because I was just, I'll explode. Seriously. Strange tapping. Okay. And then she's back to normal when they come in. So this is, how did she not know the camera was on? I mean, what? Check the camera first. Okay, when's this? This is the 3rd. This is just before this one down here. Because this one is at 12 and this one's at 11:45. So let's watch this one.
Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon.
What? You did what? What? I can't quite comprehend what I've just seen. That is, don't do that. That is not something you should be doing. Especially if she killed her. She could have died of blood loss or anything if she'd done some damage. Jesus Christ. I'm not sure this is an interesting video. Jeez Louise. What the hell? Okay. I'm not mentioning everything else. I want to forget what I've just heard and seen. Let's just go to the next clip. This is like a minute later. Just around a minute later. Let's something different, please.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous. Didn't want to share. Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went. Kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me. But that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. she wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
Okay. Changing. Something's now telling me it's not identical twins. Why mention a Ouija board? I just I think delusional is a little bit polite for this. It's looking like either possession or some kind of psychosis, because it's just kept swapping places. It still could be an identical twin thing, but I don't know, it just seems really... I'll probably spell a Ouija board wrong now. No help but to watch more clips. Yeah, I know. I just gotta keep watching more clips. Right, when's this next one? So this one's at 11:46. This one's at 11:48. I think the flashing of the reflection as well has something, like, it means it's important. Like, majorly important for some reason, because it doesn't do it for all of them. So...
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs, parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I had a hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Jesus Christ. Love, I think there might be something wrong with you. Just... I'm probably spelling pregnant wrong as well, but... but... This is just like, it's really fascinating, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't even know what to do or what to say. It's just... Right. So this is 11:48. This one's 11:50. Okay.
Hannah had a miscarriage.
Mm.
This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile.
That's rough.
Felt like the universe had corrected its course.
Wow, bitch.
But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then...
Am I Hannah? I feel like I'm Hannah for some reason. Like that reflection. It didn't look like this woman here. Am I Hannah? That's just freaking, that's just freaking brutal, man. You can't be happy of your own sister having a it's just, like you're doing the winky emoji, so that means I'm on the right freaking track. Can't believe she was happy she had a like, I have this, like, I don't know whether it's see, the clocking game is my time. Oh god, now you've confused me, dude. It's not hard to confuse my brain, okay? Don't make me have some kind of mental breakdown playing this game. Am I the child? Now you've just put or are. Am I the child? Would that explain why I look like them but I'm not them? She wanted to find out what had happened to her dad. Hey! Okay, no, that makes sense now. So, I still trying to go back. I can't believe she was happy about having a freaking miscarriage, because that's just bonkers and horrible and mean. Oh, I tell you what, my brain today. I'm going to change the word. Freaking, oh, I tell you what. Don't even ask me about my spelling. It's terrible. Just, okay. I'm feeling a bit more like, now that I know who I'm playing, or rather who I'm supposed to be, things are becoming a bit more into perspective. However, I need to find out who my mama is. Is my mama Hannah, or is it her? Questions, questions, questions! What a mean bitch. Like, mean bitch. Like, if that's my actual mom, mean bitch. Jesus, there's just so much to... Okay, let's see if I put in 4 more to look at. Okay. Not that I'm going to remember, like, for the bits at the bottom, you're going to have to help me out, Joe, like, of what I'm going to need to, if I need to go back to ones that I've found so far, so you're not spoiling, and then which ones are going to be the best ones to choose, because... Okay, right, this is the 25th of the 6th, so this is the earliest date we've found so far.
No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months.
So this is Hannah.
We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
So this is Hannah. So they are 2 different people. I hope now. Jesus, I'm just... So many plot holes! Okay. This is Hannah talking about her miscarriage. So she gave them all this information in June. They brought the sister in July. This is why I'm going so far. Right? I'm gonna go for the more realistic route rather than the out of this world one. But I still think her sister's a bit bonkers. Talking about a miscarriage. Okay, so all of these, apart from these 2, because I remember she was saying, Hannah, what were you saying about Eve? So I'm actually, I'll reserve judgment for now. What's this one? So this one is just after, yeah, literally just after that one.
Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life.
Ouch.
The miscarriage and then my parents.
Worth noting. Okay, this is end of June.
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage, the worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
I don't think that's Hannah. I don't think that's Hannah. She's acting completely different. And why would you repeat the same information that they already have twice? And she seems really aggressive about it, whereas the other one seemed generally sad about it, whereas she seemed aggressive about it. So I'm kind of, I'm probably wrong, but that's what I'm calling. Okay. Don't think that's Hannah. Giving the same info again. It's just the fact that it's the same thing. Obviously she's gone into more detail, but it's the same thing when she's like, after my miscarriage and then my parents die. But she says that days before this. It's just too weird. It's giving me weird vibes. Why? Why would the detectives not realise this? So this is 1555. This is just after.
Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
What to do? What to do? What to do? Because Hannah's got her hair up, but she's in that top and she still says Hannah, Hannah, Hannah. So it has to be her. So she's using a sister's story? Well, not using, pretending to be her sister. But, you know, yeah, I thought I was infertile. Her sister is, but you're not. So I am your daughter. Or son. Let's not be prejudiced here. It's a toughie. It really is a toughie. It's too much to think about. It's just really. God, and now I've got to think of something else to put in, and there's still one entry I haven't found. Oh no! Did she say I thought I was? Okay, no. Oh no! Too much stuff for me to find. Oh God, okay. Let's try. I've not tried Eve yet. Okay. That's her saying Eve again. When was that? That's 1553. That's just before then. That's just before then. And that's just before then. Okay.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
Not really a friend, are you? So Eve is a friend.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it out. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her. and watch her drown.
Yeah, you're a good friend.
But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
You can't say something like that on a camera when you've been called in for questioning. That does not help your case, you silly woman. Just, I tell you what, Jesus.
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
I'm kind of, you know, everything that I'm thinking is kind of just going down the drain here. 26. This is 2 minutes after this one that's down here.
My mother called me Eve.
What? What? No. What? Why? What? Is Eve not real? Is what is happening here? Is Eve not real? My mother called me Eve. I'm surprised you didn't table flip if you hate Eve. Is your name Eve? I don't know anymore. Oh, just work your way. Okay, I'll try not to get overrun with all the information. Okay. What's this? This is when? This is just before. This is a few minutes later on.
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear and she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazed.
There is so much to this game, man. I'm a little bit lost now. I mean, I'm not quite sure. It's the only time she mentions the two of them together. Right, I haven't looked at Florence yet. So here's another 4 clips for Florence. So when's this? This is 11:29.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead, but I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Sorry, I was reading your comment, Joe, and then that happened. Yes, please. If you know, or if I have to check somewhere, that'd be good to know my progress at least. So the midwife told Hannah's mom she was dead, but she wasn't. So that explains why her mom gets confused between this, and she thinks Eve, which is clearly is probably her name. Have you tried moving the program window? I'm confused, Joe. What are you trying to tell me? Try that. Oh my god. Wait, why is there under the small window? Yeah. I sees it. The DB checker, database checker. One volume missing. What's the yellow one for? One volume missing. How much footage? There's still some crystal. I'll never be done with this game. My god, they did so much for it. I mean, congrats to them, but sheesh. Just, come here. But she wasn't. So she is Eve? How did she end up meeting Hannah? Oh. Is that just after? Yeah, that's just after this, isn't it? Yeah.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
How did she find Hannah? So that's just after this.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me.
Okay, yellow is the last one I watched. Okay. And this is a couple of minutes later.
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
What else have I got on my list? No, okay. I'm running on empty now. I'm struggling to find other stuff to look into. I mean, there was 61 for Simon, but Jesus. Maybe try other words. Did I put Simon missing in? Yeah, I did. Simon dead. Here we go. So this was the 30th. So I'm still trying to figure out if this person is Eve or if this person is Hannah. Places they've been. Okay, okay.
That's all that matters, really. The baby. Simon's dead, but the baby, that's how he will live on. Our baby.
Wow. Did she have an affair with Simon? She could get away with it. I'll remember places they've been though, Joe, thank you. So this is the 1st of July.
You're reaching here. Oh, I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
That was 1427, that's 1432.
It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Oxford. So I've got Portsmouth, Oxford. Did he go to meet Eve in Oxford?
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut. There was a lot of blood. He was dead.
And look for trigger words. Okay, I'll bear that in mind, Joe. Let's go Oxford. Okay, let's change it to just Oxford then.
There was a conference, something to do with double glazing, in Oxford.
Conference in Oxford. Okay.
Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference? I remember calling him. He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
I'm slowly getting the hang of it. Slowly, I'll run into a dead end in a bit. But
an affair. Simon wasn't having an affair.
But it's hard to distinguish who I'm actually looking at clips of now. Whether it's Eve or whether it's Hannah.
What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
Glasgow. Why were you in Glasgow worrying about the baby? Wow, can't spell. Holy cow! There's 10 entries for Glasgow. These are early ones.
I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep.
Oh, whoops, missed one.
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back.
All you did? I'm finding it harder to distinguish between Eve and Hannah now.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, it must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
She might be using it to cover up herself though, if it was her other sister. It's just, oh, it's so hard to differentiate it now?
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
Glasgow was... Oh, did anyone see you? She said no, but but then she said she got woken up by a... Oh my god. Oh no. No. I don't know what's happening anymore. Yes, I know, I am making notes, but I'm kind of just slowly losing the plot here at the same time. Oh, jeez.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car. It's like I told you before, I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
They're cover. I don't know if they're covering for each other or... Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know anymore. This is what happens. I'm slowly going insane. Maybe try looking for the hole and figure out the specifics out later. That's the problem though. The whole picture is just as blurry as the specifics. Because if I'm going on the basis that from what I know so far, Hannah has an identical twin called Eve, But when Hannah was born, the midwife who was delivering the babies decided to inform Hannah's mother that her second child that she didn't know about was dead. So Florence, who was the midwife, raised Eve as her own, and Hannah was raised by her mum. Eve and Hannah meet somehow. I don't know how yet, because I don't know the right specific words to look for. Twins. Okay.
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
Why on earth would she say that? I have no idea why she would say that.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
She's having no bar of that. No bar of the twin thing. What, so you're insane instead? Took me longer to get to the interesting bits. Oh, fair enough.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
So she's quite happy to accept it, but Madam Number One isn't.
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror, a nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me. Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember, well, I went over the river. And then there was a church. There. Yeah. And I probably parked, well, I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There.
Princess Street. I'm kind of going quick
we were
now.
17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The training wasn't quite as long though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
Trying to work out if that's Eve or Hannah.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair was cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Okay, let's do Princess Street. Then we've got fairy tales to look at. Okay, so she's not going to mention Princess Street again.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour?
Likes Rapunzel.
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends, and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know? Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
God, Brit still can't spell.
Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him.
Can you be sure?
Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can. Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to hear the story? It's a real life fairy tale.
I do. Can you tell me what happens after this? Can you give me some more perspective? Because I'm not really sure how I even get an ending or come to some kind of conclusion with this game. It's a mystery. Anyway, what was in the bin? Hack. Cracks with class. Where? I imagine there's loads more, Joe. Let's have a look and see how far I am in the database. I mean, look how much I've still got to go. Oh no.
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up, Simon was already up and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday, then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. It turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
So that's how she got to Glasgow then.
Do you have children?
These 2-second ones drive me mad. Argument. Okay, we've got a couple here. This is all slightly newer stuff.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job. He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
Was gone for, I'm assuming, was gone for 2 days, 3 days? Okay, nobody knows where he is.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Helen. Duly noted.
argument, nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
It's very true. Very true.
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way. Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
Sorry, I'm not talking as much. I'm kind of just absorbing into it.
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car.
What, in this clip? In this clip or the clip before? I'm confused now. Because in the one before, what was the one I just saw before? I can't even remember. I can't even remember. I'm gonna have to go back and check. Can't even remember that clip from before now. Oh my god, I've seen too much footage. Can't even remember this one now. Oh, that she left. When Simon left, she left too. What was the last clip I saw? This one. 8 p.m. after the argument.
Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
You can always take a break. That's true. It's true. I mean, how long have I been? This is 2 hours now. My only issue is, if I stop, I might forget what's happening. Because if I stop now, it will be... I probably won't get around to doing it until next week. So... I mean, that depends. Unless you're going to be back round again, Joe. And then you can refresh my brain next time I play this game. Because there's no way for me to leave, like, a big note or anything. Unless I'm going to have to... What I'll do is, instead, if I make a note on my computer... and I can kind of leave it on the screen with a refresher of what I've got so far. Does it save my progress? Does it save my progress? Okay, so the story, what we know so far. You won't be able to see this because this is on my... Maybe on the left side of her face. Okay. Let me just write down what I know so far on this note I'm going to leave on my computer. And then I'll look at the thing again. So what we know so far. Hannah and Eve are identical twins narrated at birth by the midwife who told the mother Eve was dead. You can only delete that by deleting the session, or what it's called in the settings. Okay. Okay. So if I log out, it saves everything and I can just jump back in unless I go and delete everything. Okay. Hannah and Eve somehow, because we don't know yet, somehow become best friends. Eve lives in the attic. I mean, she sounds like she lives in the bloody attic. And is obsessed with fairy tales. Eve wants... I feel like Eve wants Hannah to herself. Or wants to be her. They did everything together. Even the bad stuff. That, I'm sure that will jog my memory on that. What else? Simon comes along and marries Hannah, and they try to have a baby. Eve, upset by events. I'll read this all fully. I mean, to be fair, I'm reading it out loud anyway as I go along. So by the turn of events, tries to get pregnant and fails. Hannah then has a miscarriage, but further down the line gets pregnant again. On Hannah's birthday, they have a big argument and they both leave. Hannah goes to Glasgow, and when she returns... See, now the other thing I've just thought of is that there's a scene where she never mentions that she leaves. She just says, I stayed at home. So it could be wrong as well, but this is just going to help jog my memory. They have a big argument, they both leave. Hannah goes to Glasgow, and when she returns, Simon hasn't come home. After 3 days, she goes to the police. Simon is found dead in the lounge. He'd been killed by a wound to the neck. This is probably your highlight of the stream so far, guys. Just listening to me type down stuff. It's the best bit, am I right? Did Hannah or Eve commit Who is pregnant? Because they're both claiming they're pregnant. And with who? I'm not sure about that. That seems a bit odd. I think this is probably going to be the best thing. So what I've put so far, so rather than me just randomly murmuring to myself. So what I've put so far, guys, is this is for when I come back. I'll refresh it by reading it before, was it when I start the stream, and then we'll go over information again. And then if I need to go back, I can go back through the archive if I have to. So Hannah and Eve are identical twins. The first part I'm 100% sure on now. Are identical twins that were separated from birth by the midwife who told the mother that the baby we now know is Eve was pronounced dead. She was stillborn. Hannah and Eve obviously grow up and somehow they become best friends. I want to know what the hell happened then. I'm not sure I like the sound of that, Joe. And from what I've seen so far, from what I believe are Eve's clips, Eve wants to have Hannah to herself, or wants to be her, because of how when they were younger they literally did everything together. If one of them did something bad, the other one had to have the same punishment. Stuff like, just weird stuff like that. When Hannah meets up with Simon, there's a big issue between obviously Eve dating him and then Hannah dating him, and that she broke the rules and ended up sleeping with him, and then that's when she got pregnant. Eve then tried to get pregnant. I don't know whether that was so she was in the same boat. She fails to get pregnant and then Hannah has a miscarriage, but at some point further down the line she's pregnant again, but that could be Hannah / Eve or both. On Hannah's birthday there was an argument and Simon and Hannah both leave the house. Hannah goes to Glasgow. When she returns, Simon still hasn't come home. 3 days later he's still not there, so she goes to the police to say he's missing. But then we've also got information that the fact that Simon's found dead in the lounge and he's been killed because he's had his throat cut. It's kind of just, you know, did Hannah or Eve commit the murder? Is one covering for the other? Still don't know who Helen is. And you know, which one of them's pregnant. If one of them's, like I say, I don't know whether one of them is covering for the other one, or whether they generally don't know what's happening between the two of them. It's a big confusing plot, and I'm going to rewatch this footage because apparently there's something going on here.
Yes, he left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
It's really hard to tell, but is she got like a bruise or something? Because she does, to be fair, her face does look a little bit different from... Is this when she was... Did she have the argument with him and he might have done that to her, or... Okay. I'll bear that in mind then. I'll add that. Actually, before we go... No. Injured. Oh, is that because I put it down? Okay. It's not good for quality. No, it's not. No, I know what they used it for, so it made it a little bit more authentic, but... Well, anyway, I have been streaming. If I just check. I've been streaming for 2.25 hours now, so I don't want to keep you guys... Oh, Bruise. Okay, we'll try Bruise. Jesus Christ. Okay, we'll check these ones out and then we'll finish.
Bruise. Oh yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. I mean, hurt like hell.
Wrong side. Other side of the face.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policeman. I found the body.
Now she's pointing to the other side of her face. Oh my god! Okay, no. Let's just. We will elaborate on this next time I play this game. Anyway, let's... Timestamps. Oh, for goodness sakes, yes. I know, timestamps. Ah, this game. This game is good, but this game is killing me. No. Okay. So... yeah, I'm gonna take a break from the game and then I'll come back to it in a couple of days because I think that's what I need to do. Because I get burnt out really quick. What you'll find me doing is, as I've noticed when I've exported videos, these like videos to YouTube and stuff, and checked them to make sure there's nothing happened with the footage, I go from being quite energetic, and then as the more quiet I get, it's because I get to like a burnout stage where, as much as the game is like I'm still invested in the game, I just kind of don't have a great attention span, I guess. That sounds really bad. But I kind of just give everything to, like, you know, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then at the end I kind of have to sit back and go and then rest and then come back again. So I prefer doing shorter streams if I can help it. If I'm with somebody else though, I find that I can bounce off them a bit, so it kind of keeps me going a little bit longer. Or if I change what I'm playing, that helps because it's something else, it's something a little bit different. But with games like this where I'm kind of, I think about one scenario and then something comes along and it completely changes it. I've just noticed there's another bloody footage there I haven't watched. Damn it! But it kind of just it takes all my brain energy basically, and it's coming up for 9:45 at night here, so it's starting to get late. So let me just finish off this one. I'll watch that last clip and then I'll take a break, and then I will come back and I will try, if I can, with your assistance, Joe, try and finish this game off. So Bruce on the other side kind of doesn't really want to discuss it. Fair enough. Okay, let's check out this footage.
This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing, she tore it off. Eventually we grew tired of fighting and I left.
Okay. So if I'm assuming this is Eve, it might not be Eve, but I'm assuming this is Eve. has a fight with Hannah and hits her, which would explain the bruise. But then that would also kind of explain why this is later though, isn't it? This is later. But she follows the rules of if something happens to you, it has to happen to me too. But okay. Guessing her birthday. I'm guessing it was her birthday that happened. Okay. Right, all that information is taken care of. Now, on to the more important bit, just before I leave you. I know I've been blabbering on for ages. I apologise. So, on the... as for carrying on this game, my next stream from now is going to be Sunday, but that's my multiplayer stream. So I will probably play this game again on Monday, probably at the same time. So it'll be, yeah, some new words to search for. Hopefully, if I remember what those words are. I might have to watch this I might have to watch this stream back before I start my stream just to remember what happened. So yeah, going back to what I was saying. So I'm gonna come back and carry on my stream of this game next Monday at the same time, 7:30 GMT time. But if you want to see stuff before that, it will be my next stream will be Sunday, and that will be at 8 PM GMT time. And then I'm probably gonna do another stream on the Tuesday at probably 7:30 PM GMT time. I tend to stream a little bit later on Sunday because we tend to I tend to be a bit later on Sunday. I'll lie in on a Sunday if I'm not working, blah 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 blah. But that will be the thing. I want to try and get a couple streams done next week and the week after, because at the end of not next week, the week after, I'm going to be away. So anyway, you don't need to hear all that. Basically, this hopefully the conclusion of this game will be next Monday. But if you'd like to see stuff beforehand, I will be streaming on the Sunday. Just check out my schedule in my Twitch, on my Twitch channel page. It should hopefully be set up for all the time period, all the time zones, different time periods and everything. So it'll hopefully tell you what time it is wherever you live. So I'll be on at those times. But I really like this game so far. Honestly, I do. There's just a lot to take in, and there's so many different theories and possibilities. I can see why some of the videos on YouTube are like an hour long just to try and explain the game, let alone play it or whatever. It's a long one. Someone's put a lot of thought and consideration into making you really think about this game, and I do appreciate that. So that's really, really good. So I have blabbered on enough for 10 minutes. I've taken up 10 minutes of your life. I do apologise. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And I will be back on Sunday for my next stream. But if you want to see this game, I'll be on the Monday. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great week. Enjoy the weekend, etc. if you're working. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.